Hello and welcome to the Thunder of Serie A. My name is Steph, this is my co-host Jay. Welcome to the best Serie A league show on the planet. Over the next season, we will be bringing you the latest match previews of every match day, as well as our very funny segments for all of you to enjoy.
This show is about our favourite league in the world, Serie A, and we hope to present a positive message about the league and hopefully create more support as well.
We will kick off our first ever show by heading straight to the news desk for the latest news and headlines in Serie A. Introducing our news reporter Anthony. What's the latest?
Hi, my name's Anthony and today I'll be talking to you about the latest news in Serie A. One of the latest is Balotelli's move to Liverpool. Replacing him could be Falcao from Monaco. Churchy could be going to Atletico Madrid. And Cuadrado from Fiorentina could be going to Man United. For all you passionate Serie A supporters out there, here are the veterans still playing today. Gianluigi Buffon has played over 630 games for his club Juventus, still aged 36. Andrea Pirlo, one of the best free kick takers in the world, aged 35, has scored over 50 goals for his club and played over 520 games. Luca Toni plays for Hellas Verona, aged 37, has kicked over 200 career goals and played over 500 games. Antonio Di Natale plays for Udinese, aged 36, made 42 appearances for the Azzurri and played over 600 career games. One of the best strikers in the world, Francesco Totti, aged 37, has made over 500 appearances for Roma and scored 235 goals. I'll keep you updated in the next couple of episodes.
Thanks for that. Let's jump straight into Matchday 1 now. First game of the new season, Chievo Verona taking on Juventus, the reigning three-time champions of the league. Both teams have had a very good pre-season, so this should be a tough encounter, Jay.
Yeah, well, Chievo has made two good signings from relegated Catania last year, Maxi Lopez and Mariano Isco, which could have a big impact on creating more attacking opportunities for Chievo Verona. Moving on to Juventus, who's had their new coach Allegri, which he'll be putting up in more of a tactical formation, letting the midfield and the defence dictate the game.
The second match of the new season in a cracking blockbuster is between AS Roma and Fiorentina. These two Serie A giants could be fighting for both of the top three places this season. Keeping in mind both have very strong teams, this should be a very, very good match.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, honestly, but Fiorentina's got the pace on the wings from Cuadrado, even though he's not a guaranteed starting 11 this time because he could be transferred. But that's not the only problem, is that because Giuseppe Rossi apparently has got a knee injury, that he could be missing that game, even though Mario Gomez can still start for them. So it's going to be a very interesting one, and Roma having De Rossi in the midfield and Pjanic and Strootman holding on to them three, especially after an awesome form last season, it's going to be a very, very good game. Very, very good game.
Look, they both have plenty of skillful and talented players in their team, so it should be a very interesting match.
They're all title contenders. Both of them are title contenders.
Now another big game, it's AC Milan versus Lazio as the third match of the season. This game will provide a lot of tactical mind games, and both teams have a great sense of pride at stake, especially with their disastrous seasons last season. Jay?
Yeah, man, AC Milan need to reboost that. After that horrible season finishing 8th place, they need to improve. They need to at least finish top 3 this season. They should come out firing every game. They need those 3 points no matter what. Because if they're not back in Europa, they're in big trouble. And the deciding factor that Balotelli is leaving as well, I don't know what to say about that anymore. I don't know who's going to help him now. Even though the rumours are that Falcao is going to come to AC Milan, but there's no guarantee. But if they have no signings by then, they're in big trouble. Coming off then Lazio, who's made a lot of good signings as well, so Lazio can put up a big game, and also they haven't been up in form in the past couple of years. So.
Yeah, this game is likely to be very cagey, as both not want to risk too much early because it's still early on in the season, and to grab an injury can really define your whole season. It can ruin it, and for the opposite team, it can make it an even better advantage. So look, it's going to be a tough game, and it'll be a very good one to watch, no doubt about that. Now we're introducing our first segment to our new show. This involves playing a FIFA 14 match of the first game of each week in Serie A. So, being that, this week's FIFA 14 match is Chievo Verona taking on Juventus.
Hey, who's the best in this game, Steve?
Me.
What?
Chievo.
What? What?
Stop saying
What? What? What?
Look at his eye.
What? I can't see, man. What? No.
Shoot.
No! No!
Oh. That was close.
Yeah, they're not close enough. La 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 la.
La la la, watch where you kick the ball. La la la.
La 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 la.
What do you reckon, news reporter Anthony? Who do you think is going to win this game?
Juventus 2-1.
It doesn't matter who's gonna win.
Juventus are going to win 2-1.
This is unbelievable. I feel the intensity in this match as if I was playing as one of these players.
Bro, it's a game up.
Oh.
Bro.
Oh.
You're not gonna win, bro.
Oh.
You're not gonna win, bro. You're not gonna win. I told you, bro. You're wasting my time.
Corner, thanks, mate.
Corner was before
Shut
this,
up.
me.
Shut up, mate.
Bro, I'm the best at this game. You don't understand. I don't even need to try. I can't even see the screen, bro. You guys can see my eyes. I can't even zoom in. I can't even see, bro. What the heck? Come on, man.
There is an apparent in this room.
It doesn't matter if there's a parent. Move. Come on, Juventus. You can do this. No. Hey, who's the best again?
Oh, yeah, hey.
Oh, I didn't even realize the ball started. Oh, this is it. Go, oh.
I took my hands off the controller.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Get on like the call of the play. Stop.
How about you shush and take that corner?
What? What?
What?
So that again.
Mate, these controllers.
You think you know, but I can't even see, bro. I don't even know what I'm doing. Why don't you pull out?
Why'd you put 6 minutes?
Oh.
Yeah! You should have not said man.
That's the only goal you're going to get. I predicted 2-1.
You should have never said
Shut up.
That's the
Shut
only
up.
goal.
There you have it, folks. The result of the game is on the screen. 1-0 to Kievo Verona.
woohoo! How much was the result again?
1-0.
It doesn't matter when the result was. I hate it.
That was amazing. Plenty more of that to come throughout the season for all of you to watch. Now, continuing on with our round 1 preview, our next game is Atlanta versus Hellas Verona. Jay?
Yeah, both of the teams will most likely go for a tactical defending approach. As even though Hellas Verona had a very good season last year, coming back from Serie B, I think they won't perform as good as they did, after losing Iturbi, because he was the man of the match for them in every single game. And without him, I doubt they're going to perform as well. Atlanta is one of those teams that just surprise. They could win a game 10-0, they could win a game 5-0, or they can lose 5-0. So it's just going to be I reckon it's going to be a very defending game, man. Honestly.
Great.
Also coming up next, Udinese versus Empoli. How do you think that will go, Steph?
Yeah, well, both teams will be eager to get off to a good start to their new seasons. Empoli, who finished second in Serie B last season, got promoted to Serie A, so they'll be looking to kick off their new Serie A campaign with a bang. But Udinese has been there for many years now, and with their main striker, Di Natale, not leaving, he'll be a massive factor in this match, as well as him partnering Luis Muriel up front would be very lethal.
Yeah, Udinese, they've got a lot of good players that can come off the bench like Marco Zell and Nicolas Lopez. And they got a very good defensive side, and especially after a bad season like last year, they're probably looking for improving and try to beat relegation and just be nowhere near it.
Our next game, Palermo versus Sampdoria. This promises to be an epic battle of the minnows. Obviously, Palermo coming off a strong season last year as they were crowned the Serie B champions and got automatic promotion into Serie A. Look, Palermo will be looking to dictate the game, definitely, with their attacking young striker Abel Hernandez, who's in fine form as he got the leading goal scorer of last year's Serie B. But Sampdoria need a big year as well, because they've been in Serie A for many years and need to regain that old historic form that got them into the Europa League those many years ago. Jay, this is your favourite match of the week.
Yeah, Torino versus Inter Milan. It's going to be a very, very good game. Both teams coming out of Europa League qualifying, doing very well, winning the games over 3-0 each game. So it's going to be a very interesting one, especially Torino signing Fabio Quagliarella from Juventus, who's a great addition to replace Cicci, who could be on his way to Atletico Madrid. Also, Inter Milan making signings in the defensive line like Vidic and signing Gary Medel. It could be like Inter Milan will be playing a different type of football this season.
Yeah.
They'll be playing a very different type of football. They'll be creating a lot of chances, and they still need a better strike force, but with a new midfield, I reckon they'll be perfectly fine, especially with the Guarani in there.
Another new segment to our show is the Crossbar Challenge. This involves us trying to hit the crossbar. Obviously, the winner of this challenge will be the person that hits the crossbar first.
With a little twist. Now, the person that loses on next week's episode, has to wear his least favourite team from Serie A. And we all know what that means, Steph, don't we?
What does it mean?
It means you have to wear a Juventus shirt next week.
Well, then that means that you have to wear a Roma jersey if you lose.
We'll have to find out.
Oh, you don't understand how I'm going to beat you so bad. See that crossbar? It's got my name written all over it. Toddy, mate, Toddy!
AC Milan, bro. AC Milan, bro.
Roma, mate.
Bro, AC
Top
Milan,
team
bro.
of the season. We're going to win it. We're having a crossbar challenge here at this soccer field. The winner has to hit the crossbar. The losers will be crying. Woo! Let's go. Let's do this.
Serie A shot.
Now moving on to our last 3 game previews of Matchday 1. Sassuolo versus Cagliari. What do you think?
Well, this game will have a very defensive feel to it, as both will try not to risk matches. They both need to try and beat relegation, man. What do you think?
Look, it's going to be a very cagey match. Whether they both attack will be a different story. There's going to be a lot of defensive mind games going on around the field. And look, both need to improve or else they will get relegated, these two teams. So
Cagliari's got the pace up front with Sal and Victor Ibarbo, so they could cause a lot of attacking opportunities.
Yeah, I agree.
Next up, Genoa versus Napoli. What do you think, Steph?
Look, this game has a lot of potential as Genoa have made some very good signings in the summer transfer window with Alessandro Martri and Diego Lugano to strengthen their squad. But Napoli also have made a key attacking inclusion in Michu from Swansea City, which will have a massive say in the result of this game. Napoli could be title contenders this year, but Genoa could be Europa League contenders. So, for sure, it will create a great contest, this match, and both teams will be there at the latter part of this season.
Yes, Steph, both Alessandro Matri and Diego Lugano are a great addition to the team, and hopefully we can expect Genoa to have a great season.
Now, our last game preview to wrap up our first episode here at the Thunder of Serie A is Cesena versus Parma. Jay, how do you think this one will go?
Well, the game's going to be very attacking, man. Cesena being promoted from Serie B, they want to cause an impact in Serie A, and they want to stay. Surely they don't want to get relegated back to where they came from. Especially Parma, who got Antonio Cassano up front, who is very dangerous, and Bibiani, they can cause a lot of attacking opportunities for Parma. And it will be a very, very interesting game. It will be attacking, but the result of the game will show which team will have a better defensive side.
Look, I believe this game will be a very good one, even though it's a very different matchup to what people expect out there. You know, these two are not very big teams in the league, but to finish off the first match, this will be a very, very entertaining match, I promise you that. Okay, to wrap it up here at the Thunder of Serie A, we will all give our tips and predictions for the new upcoming season. First match of the new season, Chievo versus Juventus. I'm tipping a draw for this game. What about you?
I'll go with Juventus.
Roma Fiorentina up next. I'm tipping Roma.
I'll tip a draw.
Milan versus Lazio. I think Lazio will take home the cannoli.
I'll tip a draw as well.
Atlanta versus Hellas Verona will be a tight match, so I really think that this could be a draw, this game.
I'll go with Atlanta. I reckon they'll have a very good attacking side this year.
After that, we have Udinese and Empoli. I think Udinese will absolutely annihilate Empoli.
Yeah, I agree as well. Udinese.
Palermo Sampdoria. I think Palermo.
I agree. Palermo as well.
Torino Inter Milan. I think Torino will win this one.
A draw. That's what I reckon.
Sassuolo Cagliari will definitely be a draw.
I'll go with Cagliari.
Genoa versus Napoli. You can't look away from Napoli. They will easily win this one.
I disagree. I'll go with Genoa. After those two signings, Alessandro Matri and David Lugano, they have a lot of potential.
And our last game of the week, Cesena Parma. I'm tipping Parma.
I'll tip a draw.
Now, our predictions to who we think is going to win this year's Serie A. I'm going with my team, AS Roma, to win it comfortably.
I'm going with Inter Milan this year.
Thanks for watching our first episode. Stay tuned for the next few episodes and in the coming weeks as we have something very special to show for all you Serie A fans out there. From me and Jay, it's goodbye. See you later.